Yo, what's up guys, Monkey Guy here. And in today's video, I'll be giving you the top 10 anime that you should be looking forward to this summer 2023. As always, I went on livechalk.com to look at all the animes to see which ones look good enough to put on this list. Before I get into everything, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. First up on the list, we have Rurouni Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin tells the story of a wanderer named Kenshin, who used to be called Hidekiri Batase during the Japanese Civil War. His tale is about redemption of his past and all his murderers by helping those in trouble with his reverse blade sword, the Sakamoto. I've never watched Rurouni Kenshin, but even I know this is an all-time classic series. One of the OG samurai shows. I did plan on watching the original series one day, but I just didn't know when. Then one day I heard it was getting remastered, and I thought, well, there go my chance to finally watch it. I've heard nothing but great things about this series, so I cannot wait to check this out. Next up, we have Liar Liar. A mind game of lies and deceit begins. At Academy Island, students battle in games to win stars, hoping to earn the prestigious title 7-star. Sora says last year's champion is on track to win again until Hirito, a new transfer student, hits the scene. Surprisingly, Hirito defeats her by sheer luck. Now he must use bluffs and trickery to stay on top. As you can tell, this is going to be one of those animes where everything's returned by playing games. Shows like Tomodachi Game, No Game No Life, and Kakagiri follow this concept, and if you're like me, you really enjoy the genre. I like how ridiculous things can be in these type of shows. Like, you'll have a game of rock, paper, scissors, shoot determine the whole fate of everyone on the planet. But I would say my overall favorite part of this type of genre is seeing how a person finesses the system, coming up with crafty plans and executing them in a way that's so good it makes you say, ain't no way that person is cheating, but they're really not. Well, most of the time at least, because people do be cheating, but they're just so good you can't actually prove that they're cheating. From the sound of the synopsis and the trailer, it seems like this show is going to tackle just that, and if it does it right, this will be a good show. Next up, we have Fate Strange Fate Whispers of Dawn. In the Holy Grail War, mages and their heroic spirits fight for the control of the Holy Grail, an omnipotent witch-granting device said to fulfill any desire. Years have passed since the end of the 5th Holy Grail War in Japan. Now signs portend the emergence of a new Holy Grail in the Western American city of Snowfield. Sure enough, masters and servants begin to gather. A missing servant class, impossible servant summonings, a nation shrouded in secrecy, and a city created as a battleground. In the face of such irregularities, the Holy Grail War is twisted and driven to the depths of madness. Let the curtain rise on a masquerade of humans and heroes made to dance upon the stage of a false Holy Grail. If you know me, you know I love some Fate. Fate is in my top 5 series of all time. I love everything about it. Battle between 7 servants and masters to attain the Holy Grail is so fire. You get introduced to many interesting characters and abilities. Shout out to that boy Shiro Emiya, the GOAT, G-O-A-T. What he did in Living the Blade Works in Heaven's Field. The one thing about Fate that everyone always gets on it for is the confusing watch order. And honestly, it deserves it, because why is there so many goddamn Fates? Fate Zero, Stay Night, Illuminate Blade Works, Heaven's Field is supposed to be the main story, and everything else is supposed to be spin-offs, but that's wrong because technically everything is canon. So why do people say there's canon and there's non-canon when everything is canon? I don't know. Honestly, it's easier to find a cure to cancer than it is to explain the whole Fate lore. The only thing I know, and I for sure know, is that Fate is peak, and that's all I ever need to know. Anyone pictures this anime in this particular Fate show, which is different from what I'm used to getting, since all I've watched is these foldable made Fates, which would be Zero, Illuminate Blade Works, and Heaven's Field. Even still, the trailer looked pretty clean. I really didn't think there was gonna be a drop off in quality anyway, since they've done series like Erase and 86. Those two shows look really good, so this is gonna be a nice high quality show. Judging from the synopsis, it seems like there's gonna be a lot of little things going on that's different from the other Fates, so I can't wait to watch this one. Next up, we have Dark Gathering. After a devastating encounter with a restless spirit, ghost-fearing psychic Kotaro Gentoga became a shut-in to avoid additional spectral catastrophes. But no man is a haunted island, and Kotaro eventually reintegrates to society by getting a part-time job as a tutor to the child prodigy Yayoi Huzuki. Yayoi isn't just an academic genius though. She's a talented psychic medium, hell-bent on finding the malevolent spirit behind her mother's disappearance. And she's gravely determined to drag Taro into her terrifying world of grotesque supernatural phenomena. I actually heard about this anime from a comment I saw under a summer post. The person said this show was going to be a sleeper, so I had to check this one out. And from the list of it, this could be a good show. The horror tag is what piqued my interest because I haven't really seen many horror anime. Okay, when I say horror anime, I mean anime that has some really creepy stuff going on. Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer are considered horror animes, and although it makes sense, they're not real horror shows, let's be honest. When I think about horror anime, I think about Elfen Lied, When They Cry, Berserk, the type of anime where you gotta put your food down to watch. Yeah, that's the stuff I need right there. Hopefully hopefully this show delivers with that. Next up we have the girl I like forgot her glasses. Komura, a slightly shy middle school boy, has a crush on his bespectacled classmate Mai, who sits next to him. He goes about his life unable to bring himself to talk to this strangely charming girl. 3 days into the new seating arrangement, Mai has forgotten her glasses again. Komura tries his best to help her, but when she gets up close to him to try to see, his heart starts racing uncontrollably. Honestly, what even is this show? First off, the title. The girl I like forgot her glasses. Why do you even name your series this? Even though I understand the title pretty much summarizes what the show is about, it's still ridiculous nonetheless. Anime titles have been getting weird nowadays. The Angel Next Door Swollen Rotten, My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex, Higuro, after being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway. What is that? Maybe the creators want their series to stand out more or something by having a weird title, I don't know. But even though the title is weird and the synopsis is pretty much just a guy helping out a blind girl, I will be watching because at the end of the day, none of that matters because it's a romance. The 3 other weird show titles I named were also romances. So guess what? They were also watched. Because at the end of the day, y'all have to understand. Are you listening? Are y'all really listening to me? Romance, anime, they're with everything. It doesn't matter how stupid the synopsis or title is. As long as it's a romance, it's going to be watched. There is no discussion.
Yes, sir! This nigga spitting.
Next up we have Zon 100, Bucket List of the Dead. With 3 years under his belt at the company from hell, Akira Tendo is mentally and physically spent all at the age of 24. Even his crush from accounting, Saori, wants nothing to do with him. Then just when life is beginning to look like one big disappointment, it happens. The zombie apocalypse descends on Japan. Surrounded by hordes of zombies, Akira comes to a realization that will forever change his life. Wait, does that mean I never have to go to work again? Now with the nightmare job no longer, Akira's got his mojo back. Let the bucket listing begin. I've heard about this series not too long ago. I was going to read it, but I decided not to because I saw the anime was coming out for this pretty soon. Judging from the synopsis and trailer, this is going to be a nice blend of comedy and horror. Sounds cool, but hold on though. You mean to tell me that the main character's life was so boring that he's actually happy that there's a whole zombie apocalypse going on? The people around him dead, can't go home, constantly on the run fighting zombies, don't know who you could turn to for help, and could literally die at any moment. All that's better than a 9 to 5? The answer to that, by the way, is yes. No, yes, of course. That boring ass 9 to 5, I'll be happy too if a zombie apocalypse got me away from that. Big old smile on my face, I'm fighting them zombies, knowing I don't have to go back to work the next day. So yeah, I don't blame this dude at all for being excited. He's actually pretty valid for that. I mess with you.
Sound like a real nigga to me.
So we have Masamune Revenge Season 2. This is just a continuation of the plot of Season 1. So Masamune trying to get Aki to like him so that he can reject her. To be honest, I don't really care for this show like that. When I finished watching the first season, I was like, okay, and went on to the next romance show. Nothing about this show really moved me, and I thought it was so crazy that so many people wanted Season 2. Like, for what? There's so many better romance shows out there. Just like everyone else, I didn't expect this show to get a Season 2 because of how long ago Season 1 came out, but here we are. I'm still gonna watch it just to see where it goes, and maybe I can find the hype because I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there was something from Season 1 I didn't peep, because ain't no way so many people like this show. It's mid. Next up we have Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, The Separation. This is just gonna be a continuation of the events that happened back in part 1. I gotta be honest here again, I did not watch all of the first part. I think the last episode I watched was episode 6. So I'm like 7 episodes behind. Don't ask me why I dropped it because even I don't know the answer to that. 1 minute I was caught up with it and then all of a sudden I'm like 7 episodes behind. I will catch up by the time the second part comes out though. Everyone has already complained about this, but I'm gonna bring it up again because it's still so dumb to me. Why the hell is this last arc divided up into 4 parts? Money is probably the answer, but even so, if you have everything ready, just keep on releasing it weekly. There is no point in stretching this out for another year or 2 when you don't have to. Same thing goes with goddamn Attack on Titan. A series that should have been ended, but they want money, so they're gonna drag it out. That's another reason why people just read the manga. Waiting for so long kills the hype, so they're gonna go to the manga to see how it ends instead. There's no point in waiting that long for it. I'm just gonna go ahead and read it just to get over with. What I should really do is just wait until all 4 parts are out so I can binge it. Nah, I'm not gonna do that to Bleach. I'm gonna tune in and watch it soon. Next up, we have Jobless Reincarnation Season 2. There's no synopsis for this, so you can pretty much imagine that this is gonna be a pickup of the events that happened last season. So Rudy is still exploring, trying to look for his mom, and you know, the whole thing with Ares. But yeah, the second best isekai of all time is back, man. It's back. And y'all already know who the first one is, but that's besides the point. Season 1, Jobless Reincarnation was phenomenal. From episode 1, I already knew it was gonna be one of them ones. It's an interesting story filled with breathtaking animation and fantastic characters. Instantly made this one of my favorite shows of all time. I heard from light novel readers that this season is going to be covering an arc where Rudy goes to magic school. I also heard that this arc isn't going to be the best, but that's okay though because not every series is going to have banger arcs all the time. There's going to be some chill ones in there as well. As long as I'm getting more Jobless Reincarnation content, that's good enough for me. And the last show on this list, the show that everyone knows about, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. I'm more than confident to say that this is the #1 most anticipated anime for every anime fan this season. And for good reason, of course. Everything has been heat up to this point. Season 1. And that movie? Woo! But that movie, dog, that was a good ass movie. And that boy, Yuta, I cannot wait to see him again. The next arc is called the Shibuya arc, I believe. Manga readers say this arc goes crazy. One of the best new gen arcs. Meaning that we about to be eating good, y'all. I always hear nothing but good things from Jujutsu Kaisen. I really don't think the series is capable of missing, to be honest. It has everything that you will want and just continues to get better and better. This season is definitely going to be one of the best seasons to come out this year. Guaranteed. That's the end of the video, guys. Hopefully some of these shows sounded interesting enough to put on your list, besides the shows that's more obvious to put on your list, like Jobs Reincarnation, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Bleach. I wouldn't say summer is all that stat, but we have some, you know, a couple little good shows out here. In the comment section below, comment the anime that you're most excited for this summer. But that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. L. Sai. Kongru.